Research shows that winter is typically the cheapest time to buy a house. So maybe you could save a little bit of money to help you understand everything from the down payment to closing costs and, unfortunately, those hidden fees. Ashley Robinson is back from First Florida Credit Union. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hope you had a good Thanksgiving.
Sure did.
So as we move into December, which is, by the way, at the end of this week,
Right.
Some people are looking to, snag a home for a little bit less. What kind of deals can we see in the wintertime?
Well, it's a great time to buy. A couple of reasons for that. You have other buyers who are putting their house hunt on the back burner for now. They're going to celebrate the holidays with their family, so your competition to buy a home is a little less this season. And then from the seller's perspective, if your house is on the market right now, it's generally for a reason. Maybe you're relocating or starting a new job in the new year, so you've got motivated sellers, you've got fewer buyers out there competing for your home, and it's a great time to buy.
So maybe not a huge discount, but a little bit here, and everything counts,
a little
right?
bit, yeah.
So I want to ask you this. What financial factors should people consider before deciding to buy a home? Because it's got to be right.
Exactly. So when you're going to look for your mortgage, your loan officer is going to look at your debt to income ratio. That's one of the first things they do. And so they're really just looking at how much of your income is going out to debts. And you can be looking at that early on too, checking your budget, looking at your income and your expenses. How much home can you afford? You want to keep that number about 36% or less. Also, a great thing to do in advance, check your credit score. Obviously, the higher your credit score, the lower your interest rate's going to be, so you're going to get the best deal on that home if you can do that in advance.
When you said 36% or less, you're talking about of your salary, your income.
Of your debt to income.
Okay.
So yeah, as the 36% of less of your income going out to debts.
Sure.
That's the ideal number.
Sure, certainly. So that's kind of hard because
Sure.
things are expensive nowadays.
They are, but we can be looking at those numbers in advance to help us prepare. Go online. NerdWallet has some great calculators and resources to help you see where you are and how much home you can afford.
All right, let's talk about those unexpected expenses. I
Right.
think we all go in there and they say, this is the cost, this is what it's going to be. And then all of a sudden you open up that wall or you start that reno and it is not the case.
So things that you just don't think about when you're going through that home buying process, things like inspections,
Right.
appraisals, those are some costs on the front end that we just don't think about all the time. We forget that in the process. And then on the back end, if you weren't able to save up 20% for your down payment, maybe you're going to have to pay for some mortgage insurance. If you're rolling your property taxes into your mortgage, all of those things are going to increase the cost of your monthly payment. So you do want to consider those things when you're thinking about how much house can I afford and what my monthly payment's going to be.
Right, and that's so very important because you've got the closing costs too, which could be big.
Exactly, closing costs, and we even have some, just home repairs, fixing it up, decorating it. All of those things are going to play into it as you buy your first home or your next home.
Absolutely. Any lasting advice for people that are getting out there, especially for those buying their first home, because they've never been through the process before, Ashley, and it's the biggest decision that a lot of people make.
I know, it's a journey. So the number one thing you can do, especially now, because we're in a seller's market right now, generally, is just go out and get that pre-approval. You're going to set yourself way ahead of the competition if you've got your financing in line. And so that's really great. The other thing you want to do, work with a trusted realtor. Get someone who's going to make sure you're getting those listings as they're hitting the market so you have the first crack at it. And then look for some resources and educate yourself in the process. First Florida has some great options on our website. We just had a home buyer webinar, and I think that's on our on-demand page right now. Educate yourself, and you're going to do great, and it's a great time to buy.
And you said seller's market, so on the other hand, if you're trying to sell, also you want to make sure that you have the right people in place.
Absolutely, yes. Get the most you can.
Ashley Robinson with First Florida Credit Union, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming in, and good luck out there if you're going through that process. We know it can be a challenging task, but if you do it right, it'll pay off.
Right.